Hey guys, welcome to Little House and Homestead. I'm really excited today because even though it's going to be 9 degrees on Friday, I have chapped lips, dry skin, winter is still here, no signs of it going anywhere. I am excited because I finally got my Baker's Creek catalog. This is a great time of year to start thinking about how you're going to design your garden, what vegetables you would like to grow, if you want to change anything. New gardener or you have earned your green thumb. There are always ways to improve your garden and design for more precision. Total precision, less waste. That's what a lot of gardeners are striving for. Time of year when I'm planning my garden, it can get a little bit stressful or just a little bit chaotic because I go back and forth and I get confused. I get so many ideas in my head that I'm kind of all over the place. So this year, I decided to kind of lighten my load a little bit. So if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you what I'm going to do this year with my garden design that is going to save me time, money, waste, and my energy. It is going to be very cold in the next few days. First, I'm going to take a walk outside to get some more wood for the fire. Like I said, it's going to be 9 degrees, so I want to make sure that I keep my house nice and warm. So by Friday, I don't have to worry about warming the house up. So usually when I am cooking breakfast, this has always been the best time that I can actually concentrate and think about the things that I really want to do this upcoming spring, how I'm going to design the garden, what vegetables I want to grow, and what I may be doing differently. Besides the more obvious reasons why you would want to design a garden with more precision, for an example like higher yield, there may be some things that you may be unaware of as a new gardener. And when you're starting a new garden, you want to make sure you enjoy doing it. If it seems like a chore to you and it just seems like so much work and you're not enjoying doing it, you are not going to be a successful gardener. Really, for me, when I started gardening, it was such a positive experience because how it affected my well-being as a whole. If you are stressed, I just want to let you know that you should try gardening. Recent studies have shown that stress can promote the development and progression of disease. And everyone seems a little extra stressed these days. Studies have also suggested how gardening may boost mental health and reduce cancer risk. I could testify that for me, gardening really did boost my mental health. These benefits should encourage us to get out, design a garden. We would be a lot healthier and happier if we did. And one of the things that is going to help you get out there and find passion and make it something that's consistent for you is to have an efficient garden. A beautiful and efficient garden will motivate us to spend more time outdoors in our gardens, therefore living a healthier life. Something that really bothered me when I would buy my fruits and vegetables at the grocery store was how wasteful it was. Everything, you would have cucumbers that were packaged, berries are all packaged, you have all this waste. And where does all this packaging go? It goes into the landfills. And it's so crazy when you think about it because all of that waste can be reduced from gardening in your backyard. And without much work. Something as simple as raspberries. They're easy to grow, they're low maintenance, they come back every year as a perennial. Freeze them, you can do so much with it, and they're super easy to grow. Herbs such as basil, chive, oregano, parsley, thyme, dill, cilantro, and sage all grow well from seed. They are cheap. You can grow them in your backyard. You can grow them indoors. And many of these come packaged at the grocery store. These are such easy plants for beginner gardeners and feel like you're going to be successful. And when you have a successful garden, it makes you want to grow more. And by growing more, that's less trips to the grocery store. We would reduce the miles our food has traveled. And if you decide to start composting, which I highly recommend, you're reducing food waste. Depending on the type and amount of food you grow, you can save some big money by simply just growing your own fruits and vegetables. In fact, when you design a garden correctly, spending a few dollars on seeds, plants, and supplies in the spring, you can save a significant amount of money on your grocery budget. Don't believe me? The National Garden Association reported that average gardening household experiences a positive return in investment. There are so many reasons to have a garden. And when we are blessed with an abundance from an efficient garden, it feels so good to share it with friends and family. You might even entice people to start their own gardens. Gardening can be very contagious, especially when you're sharing your harvest. Your friends and family will notice your excitement and dedication, and that will be appreciated. And it feels good because this helps people understand the resources and time that went into your garden. Hey, you might even get your friends and family to try some new foods. So those are just a few ways why it's important to design your garden the right way. So when I set up my garden and I did my research, there's a couple things that you need to know. There's a couple ways that you want to make sure you're setting up your garden. And if you're a new gardener, it's very important to kind of follow these steps. After you decide which plants you want to grow, the first one is you want to make sure you're going to pick the perfect spot. Don't just pick any spot in your yard. You're going to have to determine how much room or how much space you're going to need. Make sure it's in a sunny location. Most vegetables need about 6 or more hours of sun. Before you start your garden, you want to make sure you have all the basic equipment that's needed. And going back to the space, you want to make sure when you are calculating how much space you need, you have to give your vegetables enough space to grow. Overcrowded plants will not thrive. Trust me, I've tried that a couple years ago. It's not the way to go. If they're spaced out, you will have a much better harvest. And when you buy your seeds, the instructions for the planting, spacing, and depth, all the things like that should be on the back of your seed package. Gardening doesn't have to be so complicated, and there is a learning curve, but honestly, it just takes time and experience to start gardening. I think a lot of people get stuck in their head, don't have success with it, and then they get turned off because they decide it's too complicated. They feel like it's something that's too late for them to learn. And really, this couldn't be further from the truth. Actually, it couldn't be easier with all the technology that's available and all the resources that we have online. There has never been an easier time to get started or take your skills to the next level. You want to work smarter, not harder, right? Frustration for me that came from reading blogs, watching videos, endless Google searching had hit its peak for me. It was too much information, nothing was organized. I was reading so many different things and I couldn't keep track and organize all of this information. It was impossible. And that became really frustrating to me as a gardener. And let me say, I'm not a professional gardener. I'm still working on my green thumb. It's probably been about 2 years since I really started to get serious with it. So what I did with all this frustration is I went online and started to research some garden software so I can reach and achieve that optimal precision that I was looking for to build my skill so I had less waste. All those things that I talked about earlier. And what I have found has given me so much more than that. The company I found is called Garden Savvy. They have a garden software that is like a do-it-yourself garden design center, and it's called Hortisketch. Hortisketch is an online, fully customizable gardening platform that gets things done for you. All that's left is the best part, getting your hands dirty. And I love what's included with Hortisketch. There's unlimited design. You can design basic or design your dream. Hortisketch provides an unlimited design in your flower garden, your orchards, and the layout of your entire property. Really cool icons that I got really excited about. I did look at a few different kind of planners, and what I liked about Garden Savvy was it seemed like they had several icons and like a variety of icons. They had plant icons, they had homesteading icons, which is really what I was looking for in something. Just the compost bin, the chicken coop. When I saw that icon, that got me really excited. Fencing, structure, irrigation. They have all these icons to really detail and have an accurate and visual expectation from your property. Exotic plants and tropical plants, some more structures and just extra things like benches, barns, tarps and decking. They have a fire pit, they have a pool, barbecues and fountains. It reminds me of this game I used to play when I was younger. I can't think of the name of it, but it's like the real life version of that. The list goes on. Chicken coops. I love it. It's so fun. It's so fun to design my property online and have it all laid out. You can add your terrain, whether it's gravel, dirt, grass, asphalt, whatever you have. It's all there, all in Hortisketch. Included in Hortisketch is something that I really needed and that's a garden manager. And this is essentially your go-to garden organizer. This is what I need. specifically. Locate your favorite vendors, quick and easy. And you can even, I think one of my favorite things about it is that you can actually keep track of certain websites. So if maybe you read a blog about something specific about roses or a specific vegetable, there's a spot for you to organize all of that. So when you want to look up, oh yeah, what was I reading about my vegetable or that specific pest? It's there, easy. There's no scrolling through your browser history, none of that. You can access all your garden information all in one place. You can catalog your favorite suppliers, get the best growing guides, have specific pest and disease information right there, right at your fingertips, and even keep track of your favorite gardening communities or associations. Like I said before, you can create plant-specific notes accompanied by photos and links to have it all easily organized and be able to reference back to those things, or your favorite blog or your favorite video post. I think that might be one of my favorite features in the Garden Manager. You can even make folders to make it super easy. Another thing that I love about Hortisketch is they have a whole social media platform specifically for gardening. This social media platform is exclusive for gardeners and homesteaders. So you can stay focused on the gardening and homesteading content, all while connecting with like-minded people. 100% gardening, 100% all of the time. No ads, no sponsors, just gardening, just real people sharing their knowledge, interacting with each other, voicing their questions and concerns. True gardening community. You can join interest groups that kind of function similar to like a social media group. You can follow your favorite suppliers and gardening influencers. This allows you to keep up to date on their discount, content, and seasonal horticultural reminders. You're staying focused and you're kind of setting your intention on what you're doing without any distraction from what other social media platforms may have right now. I love interacting on this gardening social media platform. I created my own group. I created a farming and homesteading community. And what I love about it is they have a huge vendors list. So if you're looking for something, it's very easily accessible. You can locate the best suppliers for all your gardening needs. There's probably over 1,600 suppliers. I mean, let's face it, the main thing that we need help with gardening is the planting and the harvesting. That's the whole thing. That's everything. And with Hortisketch, you having your own personalized growing calendar, especially when it's online and it's just easy to read and all done for you. So you know it's time to sow, grow, and harvest your vegetables. Harvest your fruits, vegetables, and other plants based on your zip code. As you add plants to your garden, it will automatically show up in your calendar. It's so simple and it's so easy. No need to go through and flip through your old notebook, all your handwriting, all your random things that you wrote down that make no sense. Log into Hortisketch and access any plans that you've had from previous years. Easily monitor how your garden has evolved, making sure you optimize and design your garden as efficiently as possible. Ditch the paper notebooks. Telling you, ditch the paper notebook. The awesome thing is I personally got to speak over the phone with John, the co-founder and president of Garden Savvy, and got my viewers a discount that includes a 7-day money-back guarantee. Visit gardensavvy.com, sign up, and enter my code Homesteading5. The Garden Manager comes free with your Hortisketch subscription. Make sure you enter Homesteading5 at checkout to get my special discount. I'll be creating a video tutorial on how to use Hortisketch, so if you think that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and keep a lookout for that. Work smarter, not harder. If you have any questions at all, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching Little House and Homestead. I'll see you soon.